If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
The B.B. Calmer All Sports Booster Club presents Coach Adam Fossett show every Thursday morning here on Daybreak Live. A dramatic come-from-behind win over Pleasant Valley last Friday night, and a game that was a standard for B.B. Calmer, and a game that could be remembered for a long time.
Yeah, it was a good night. It was a big game for us. You know, we talk about opponents and how it lines up on paper. On paper, we weren't supposed to win. On paper, we were an underdog. We go there. It's their homecoming, and you know, it's 6-6 at halftime, and the guys are fighting and playing hard. We're making some mistakes, but we're also making up for those mistakes. So, you know, if one guy let down, there was another guy there, a teammate there to pick him up and to make a play and things like that. So
describe the last couple of minutes of the game.
Well, we have the ball late. It's 13-12. We have the ball late, about 2.5 minutes to go, and we punt back to them. I had 2 timeouts, and I felt like, you know, we can get the ball back with a few seconds. Defense was playing well. We get the ball back. We can stop them. We can get the ball back. We can make a late run for it. And the second or third play, they bust it and score. And it makes it 19-12. So
that wasn't in the plans.
No, that wasn't in the plans. You know, somebody asked me, said, "Did you let them score?" I've seen where teams let them score. Well, that wasn't in the plans. Our plan was to stop them, and you know, we're going to play good defense, stop them, and then get the ball back. But they scored. They kick off to us with 47 seconds left. First play from scrimmage is incomplete pass. Second play, we hit Brian Bradford on a post. He gets about 15-20 yards. Then we hit James Carmichael deep, and that ball, the ball that Devontae threw to his brother James, it hung in the air forever. Like I just kind of watched it. And I thought, man, somebody's going to come up and make a play on it, and everybody, you know, it just opened up. James caught the ball on about the 2.
Was there a lot of people around it then?
Yeah. There was people around it, but nobody jumped up to make a play. Nobody, you know, James didn't even have to jump to catch it. He just, you know, it was kind of open. So he caught it at the 2. We used our last timeout and talked to them. Hey, look, this is what's got to happen. We've got 2 plays left. I don't have any more timeouts. And we'd been running the slant to Julius McCain. We'd go trips and run the slant away from. He'd be the single receiver. We'd run the one-step slant, and we were just killing him with it. So we faked the slant, ran the fade, and Julius was wide open in the end zone. Makes a great catch for us. So everybody's going crazy. You know, it's 18.
You're 1 point down.
Yeah, we're 1 point down. It's 18-19. We score. There's 5.7 seconds left on the clock, and I was already determined we're going to go for the win. You know, if we score, we're going for 2. So it's so loud. Our crowd is loud. The band's going crazy. The sideline's going crazy. I can't hear anything in the headset. So we're trying to get our 2-point play down.
No timeouts.
No timeouts. I can't hear anything. So we get a delayed game. So in true coaching fashion, you know, I go from like, man, you're awesome. You made a great call. You know, touchdown. Everybody's excited. Till we get a delayed game, and our fans are going crazy. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, calm down, you know. So, but we get the play call, and Devontae Carmichael hits Brian Bradford for the 2-point conversion, and he throws a ball that only Brian can catch. The defender's on his hip, and he makes the catch, and we go up 20-19. So 5.7 seconds, kick off to them, and Dakota Watts makes a huge stop on special teams, makes a big tackle for us to negate a good return, to put them in a situation where they can throw one up, and they get one play and throw up a dud, and we come down with it. So
20-19, B.B. Calmer over Pleasant Valley last Friday night. It was homecoming for Pleasant Valley, and big crowd for both teams on hand. And that's one thing B.B. Calmer had to worry about is fan support. They've been there.
No doubt, man. Our fan base has traveled well with us. They packed the stands out whether we're on the road or at home. It's been. You can tell the support is getting more and more and more. You can tell the energy about the program is getting more. So the win Friday night will only boost it boost the program.
How big can this win be for BB Comer?
It can be huge. You know, I wouldn't say it's a statement win for us, but it's a good win for our program. It's a good win for our kids. There's a confidence about them that they haven't had. There's a confidence that they just haven't shown before. You know, this week of practice has been just a different level of energy, and even with school being out Monday and rain Tuesday and things like that. So we've had some adversity that we've had to deal with. But they've done a good job just dealing with it. We've thrown some new stuff at them. They're soaking it up like a sponge. So you can tell there's just a new level of confidence. There's a new feel, and they know, you know, we're at 3-4. We could be as good as 6-4 or as bad as 3-7, and all that kind of lays right there in front of them, and it's theirs for the taking. So, and they know, hey, we've got a huge opponent this weekend, but we got another chance to win when we're not supposed to.
Yeah, I guess it's a great trip back to Sylacauga too.
It was, yeah.
BB Comer with a 20-19 win over Pleasant Valley last Friday night on the road, and reality hits. You got the number one team in Class 3A, Piedmont, coming to town tomorrow night, and they're an exceptional football team.
Yes, Piedmont doesn't make any mistakes. They're very sound in what they do offensively and defensively. You know, they don't wow you. Like, there's not a wow factor. There's not you know, oh, they do this and it's amazing. They're just solid in what they do. One thing they have going for them is numbers. I mean, they'll dress 50-something kids, and they 2 platoon guys. So there's guys that are playing one side of the ball only. There's guys that are spot playing on both sides, but they're not playing full time on both sides. You might have a guy that's playing a receiver full time, but he's only playing half the time on defense. So those guys they're well rested. They're able to, you know, the middle linebacker gets tired, they got another guy that can come in and spot play.
And they've been there and done that. You know?
Right. And they've been there and done that. They've you know, Coach Smith has built that team up, and he's done a good job there. Just the tradition there is rich, and they've got some good ball players, and you know, they're number one for a reason. But again, we get to play them on turf and not on paper. So
how have you and your staff and team kind of looked at this week against the number one ranked team, Piedmont?
Honestly, it's an opportunity to go out and play against the best. You know, they're undefeated. They're the best in the region, and they're right now they're the top in our region. I think our region there's a log jam at the top, and those top 3 teams, anybody can beat anybody on any given week. So as of right now, they're unscathed at 7-0, and you know, they still have Welborn to play and a couple other teams to play in the region that'll be tough opponents for them. But again, they've got the tradition. They know how to win. They've been there and done that. So, and you talk about programs building and knowing how to win. In order to know how to win, you've got to start to win, and you've got to win some that you're not supposed to. So as far as us as a program, we're turning the corner because we won one we weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
You know, we came up. You know, you look at the Welborn game, you look at the Randolph County game. Close games at halftime, and then they pull away from us. Well, we're tied at halftime last week, and it goes back and forth in the third quarter. We're down late in the fourth quarter, you know, and then all of a sudden, boom, we put 3 or 4 plays together, and we win a ball game. And that's a testament to the kids and the buy-in and their commitment to just getting better, and their commitment to being in the program.
Devontae Carmichael, you know, he's just grown by leaps and bounds of improvement.
Yes, Devontae, he was the Daily Home Player of the Week this week. He ended up 15 of 22 for 231 yards.
That's not shabby.
No, and 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion last week. So, you know, he does a good job for us. You know, and he's just, I've said this numerous times, Devontae's not 6'1", 6'2". He's not a stereotypical quarterback. Now, you can't tell him that. He thinks he's 6'3" and bulletproof, but for him to be the size that he is, he moves well, he throws the ball well, he sees the field well. So he does a great job commanding the offense and when he's not commanding the offense, he's playing on defense. So he seldom leaves the field.
You got some receivers that are catching the football too.
No doubt. Julius McCain, he's got 17 catches for 189 yards. He had 2 big touchdowns for us on Friday night. There's been 2 times that he's gone, two games, one of them was Friday night, where Julius goes up and takes the ball away from the defender and scores for us. So he's a big, strong kid and does well for us, but he's got 189 yards. Devontae's brother James Carmichael has 18 catches for 271 yards, and then DeLeon Welch has 12 catches for 160 yards. So we're spreading the ball around quite a bit, and then you add in Raphael Johnson, who's rushed for 732 yards. So we're evening it out. We're kind of spreading it throughout, and teams have started to key on Raphael a little bit more, and that's opened up the passing game and things like that. So we've been able to kind of manipulate and move some things around and try to enhance both our passing game and our running game. So,
Coach, early in the season, people didn't give B.B. Comer much hope of making the playoffs, but you're in a position to get there.
We are. Some crazy things have to happen, but all realistic things. There's a chance that we could have the 4 spot. There's all these scenarios that have to happen, and it's too early to even discuss them, I think. But I know the scenarios, and I've got it written down so I can understand the scenario. But it's a situation where you could be 6-4, 5-5, and be the 4th seed in the playoffs, and that's huge coming from year 2 in the program and year 2 of the guys being in it. But you go from 2-8 to possibly 5-5 and a playoff spot. And depending on a playoff spot, you look at our region and who we would match up with. And I haven't looked into that in depth yet, but our region's pretty tough. Last year, our region went 4-0 in the first round of the playoffs. So
there's 3 in the top 10 now.
Right? Yeah, 3 of the top 10 now. So. Anything can happen. We've got to control our destiny and take care of us, and that's what we tell our guys every day.
All right. Piedmont and B.B. Comer. Piedmont ranked number 1 in the state in Class 3A. B.B. Comer coming off a big win over Pleasant Valley. Kick tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. And Coach Adam Fossett is our guest on the Coach's Corner, brought to you by the All Sports Support Group for B.B. Comer Athletics and B.B. Comer All Sports Booster Club. And Coach, thanks a lot for being with us. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
All right, more Daybreaker after this.